We're going to try this. Oh boy, there's a lot of connection issues right now, but I'm really hoping that we can at least hold a little bit of conversation here. Um, so just letting people know on the don't know how long it'll be on, but and it seems like there's some issues already going on. So maybe to have any kind of broadcast at all today. I just want you all to know that I love you. I'm thinking about you. And today we had a beautiful land blessing here in Michigan. And my plan was to show that to you during the podcast. So let's see, we've got a couple of people jumping back in. Thank you, Auntie Jean. I think that you may be here. Thank you all who are coming in for sharing it out with others. And I also want to encourage you, if you haven't yet, to join our Facebook group, 10 Million for World Peace. We have a big mission going on there. And starting September 1st, we are going to do a challenge, an experiment of 21 days of holding daily meditation to bring in the energy of peace and focus that energy toward our world leaders. Would really love to have as many of you as possible on board. And so now let me, okay, I'm not sure who that is. That says if I can send the link, you can go on. So tell me who you are, and let's see. Yeah, if you just tell me who you are, because all it says is Facebook user. Hi, Jean Lorio. Julie Kiss is here. Oh, it is Ellen. Ellen, yes. Oh my goodness. I'll be able to do it because we do something around peace right now. But let me see if I can send it to your Facebook Messenger that way. It's the quickest way for you to get it. My connection is just really not working well. Oh, let me do that. Okay. I hope you can see that. Facebook Messenger, and let's see with me. Can get you on. So far, we're still going. We're still plugged in. So while finding us, I'm going to show you all the land blessing from today. And that was so beautiful to be there at the lake. So let me see if it will let me share my screen. That wasn't what I wanted. Share screen. Okay, here we go. So if you haven't seen it yet, or if you have seen it yet, enjoy the land blessing.
There you go. So,
Whoops. What did it do?
we spent the afternoon here enjoying its beauty.
All right.
So we are here with Teri doing the next land blessing. Lake Michigan is right there. We spent the afternoon here enjoying its beauty. And here we go.
And Holly Bear, our land blessing mascot, is with us today. So, so happy to be here again at Lake Michigan. Beautiful, beautiful energy. And we're going to call on the angels to bless all of this land mindful and more peaceful with each other. And Archangel Uriel, who already dug into the ground, thank you for healing us and balancing, helping us to be more grounded in daily life. So angels, we have a stone that we believe is serpentine. Of course, cameras so y'all can see what we put in the ground. And then I have a stone that came, I believe, from Massachusetts by the lake. I try to connect the lakes as much as I can. And we are leaving at this one for the very first time, a Peace Honor Tour stone. And it says angelspeakers.com in case they want to look up and see what the Peace Honor Tour is all about. So I'm going to place the 2 stones in the ground. I've already put sage in there. And we ask that the stones go on assignment, connect with all the other stones beneath, connect with the roots, everything that's going on underneath our earth plane, and just bring in the energy of peace wherever it's connected. Putting those in the ground. And I threw my shovel over there. That doesn't help.
Let me get the shovel.
Thank you. So we're just going to send positive energy in with these stones. Sally and Tony, if you all don't want to say anything, a blessing for the stones to take with them.
We are asking for some blessings to be shown where these stones are placed, to spread throughout the area, engulfing each person with a little bit more peace than what is currently within their heart. Let's make this peace on tour spread worldwide, and let's ask for the blessings that we seek today. Let's ask for the blessings for this land.
Tony concurs.
Yes. Tony is nodding her head.
Get those good jobs. Kudos to Sally, who's been doing that on the beach today. Every one of us could pick up a little bit. There wouldn't be so much of it.
If everybody spent 15 minutes at their time at a beach or a lake or a park, picking up the trash that is around, that's showing Mother Gaia that you love her, and that's what she needs the most right now to heal. Love.
Moving the stone near the land blessing site. Commemorate what has been done here today. And angels, thank you. God, thank you for blessing this land. Ancestors, we just praise you for the guidance of your will. And that this connection that's happening throughout our planet is going far and wide and even beyond this land that we are on here in America. Thank you. May there be peace on earth, and may it begin inside of you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us, and I will get this posted as soon as possible.
Okay, so that was the beautiful land blessing that we did today at Lake Michigan. And you can find that on Facebook, on Angelic River Family. I will take the video and put it up on YouTube as well. That's where all of the Peace on Earth Tour videos are housed right now. They're on my Angel Speakers channel, and you can find all of them, every land blessing that's been done. And Sally asked me which one it was, and I've done so many recently I've lost count. So I'm going to go in and see which land blessing this was. I think we may be approaching 30 by now. And I just love that it's continuing and that we're going into these different areas and connecting. That's what we're doing, connecting the energy through a grid throughout the country. So Ellen is trying to join us. She came in, but we didn't have a camera for her. It wouldn't turn on. So she went out and she's going to try to come back in. I really want you to meet her. I want you to hear the information that she has to share with us about labyrinths. You saw Hado Bear. Hado Bear, which was created by Kathleen Caputo, is our official land blessing ambassador now. And so Hado Bear will be at every land blessing, placing the energy, the beautiful energy of acceptance and love and peace into the earth as we do the land blessings. So I'm so grateful for Kathleen Caputo for bringing us the energy of Hado Bear. And if you don't know the story of Hado Bear, Google it. Look up Hado Bear and see what that's all about. Kathleen studied with Dr. Emoto and brings in that beautiful energy of the water. So it was so awesome that we sent energy into Lake Michigan today and connecting in the waterways. Catherine Kovacs. Hello, darling. I think I said hello to Charlie. Charlie Kunz is here. And if you're in the if you're in the Facebook group watching this, I don't see your name. So let me just jump right over on there and see if I can tell who all's here that's making comments because it's not showing me on Restream. All right, so no, I don't see who was making the comments, but if you make a comment, uh, just let me know who you are because I can see some of your names. It depends on where you're watching it. If you're watching it in a group, then I'm probably not seeing your name. It just says Facebook user. But if you're watching it on my timeline or Enlightened World Network, it does show me the names. And so that's how I'm able to know that some of you are there, but I don't know exactly who all is participating and watching. I'm really hoping we can get Ellen on. Um, this is the second try to get her onto the podcast. And I just love what she does. I have a fondness for labyrinths anyway and labyrinth energy. So when I was introduced to her by Marbeth Dunn, and Ellen is going to be participating in our 10 million for world peace experiment. And when I met her and talked with her, I did an interview with her for 10 million and just such beautiful energy. The labyrinth to me is a soul walk. When you walk the labyrinth, I'm really hoping she'll be able to come on and explain it a lot better than I can. But every time I've walked a labyrinth, I just go into my heart and connect and ask, what do I need to know? And what can I get from this time that I'm spending in meditation? Because it's a walking meditation. And uh, okay, so Ellen says, I'm so sorry, I can't get the connection and camera to work. Ellen, we're going to get this down. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties today as well. And I've already been kicked off once and had to restart it. So we will definitely, even if we have to record it ahead of time on Zoom and play it on the air, we'll do that. But because I want the P's to really get to know who you are and what you have to offer in the world. And there is so much that is happening. And so I really pray that we can get something either recorded or live where people can feel your beautiful energy. Because I just fell in love with Ellen the first time I was able to speak with her. And I want you all to see her as well. So I really apologize for all of the issues. I know it's not my fault, but I feel bad that we've had the on and off and not able to see everything the way I like for it to flow. So when we got knocked off earlier, the first time that we were on, I had asked a question. And I would love participation. I love to make my shows interactive. So I'd love to know how you see peace coming into our world. What can we do? What do you think we can do to make this a better world, to make it a world where we get along better, where we respect and honor each other, where we share kindness toward each other? And how can we make this a more sustainable planet for our children and our children's children and on down the line? You know, the Native Americans teach that what is happening in our lifetime, whatever we are doing as an action or as a global consciousness, affects 7 generations going forward. So, what we are doing right now in this lifetime is going to go forward in the DNA and in the energy field of those coming after us. Think about that. We are really trying, there are many, many people, many groups that are trying to bring a more cohesiveness in our world. We're trying to establish the energy of meditation and peace and calmness and kindness in our schools. Um, Ellen has been working in the prisons, and I know there are others that are doing that, that are trying to bring a more peace and calm and um, knowingness of how to connect inside, to have inner peace. So I'd love to have your thoughts. What are your thoughts on this? How can we make this a world that works for everybody, for all of us? And, you know, I'm not a Pollyanna. I do know that there's things going on in the world. There are factors and factions that want to keep the conflict going. Um, yeah, I don't want to get political, but I know that there are those who want to keep the energy of war and conflict revved up because it's money. Peace is not money. So let's brainstorm for a minute. And I'd love to have your ideas because this is what we're focused on right now. This is what the Peace on Earth tour is all about and has been for almost 3 years. This is 10 million for world peace is all about. It was a brainchild of one of the Peapod podcasts where Marbeth Dunn and I were sitting together and realized at that moment that we needed to do something big and we needed to bring this in front of the masses. And so that's when the 10 million for world peace was born. And we need all of you. We need everyone that can to get involved and to help us. And helping uh, looks like brainstorming. It looks like giving us ideas and thoughts and giving, for some of you, your time. If you can pitch in and help with creating social media posts or just sharing out the broadcasts when we do go live, which right now we go live every Sunday at 1:11 p.m. to do a meditation on peace and focus that energy on our world leaders. So I'd love to hear from you. If you just want to type in the comment, and if you don't have anything, just say that. I'm not sure, but I'm willing to think about it. See, that's the key. If we have that willingness to look at it, to acknowledge it, to examine it, that's a beginning. And that's the passion that I talk about. When we have a passion for something, then boy, we're going to get in there. We're going to dig in, right? Just think about what you're passionate about and how no matter what, you're going to move forward toward making that a reality, right? And so that's how our 10 million for world peace is. That's how the Peace on Earth tour is. If there's a passion there, then it's going to move forward and the wheels are going to keep turning and we're going to keep reaching people and sharing how we can have a better world and what can we do and doing the education part That's such a big part of what I do, is helping others understand that we are energy. All of us are energy. And when we, as a collective, understand that we are energy and energy shifts, energy doesn't die, it shifts and changes. So we can shift that focus from conflict and war to having a peaceful world, to having a world where our children can go outside and play and feel safe and happy and joyous. And that's what I see going forward. I see that education is a huge part of this. It's the part where we bring people's awareness to the issues, and then we get them involved and say, what can we do? What can we do in your community? What can we do in your part of the world? And maybe you live in one of those parts of the world where there's strife, where there's war, or gangs, or other battles going on, or maybe the crime rate is really high where you're at. What can we do to diminish all of that and to bring that level of conflict and all of the trauma and the turmoil? How can we bring that down? And I fully believe that our conscious effort joining together is one of the ways that we can do this. We can impact the world. We can change the world with what we're doing. And I know this. I know it in my heart. And I want you to feel it and really get on board with being a part of the solution. So share with me, if you would, how can we make this a reality? How can we make peace on earth something that is in the headlines instead of a war in the headlines, talking about the kindness and the goodness that people are showing for each other? How do we bring that to fruition? And I'd love to hear your ideas. Robin Waters Dykes, hello and welcome in. And Serge Eugene on YouTube, hi, welcome. Yes, blessings to all. That's one thing that we can do. We can bless each other. We can lift each other. We can say, how can I serve you? How can I be of service today? Do you need a prayer? Do you need a listening ear? Do you need a helping hand? I can reach out my hand. I can be there for whoever needs to take my hand and stand beside me, and I'll stand beside you. This is how we do it. We help each other. We work together. We collaborate. We work to make it a cohesive world. And I have that vision. Do you have that vision? I'd love to know. If you have the vision of world peace, please type yes in the comments. And if you have anything you'd like to share of an idea, a suggestion, how you see it happening, if you want to get more involved and you want to volunteer with us, you want to be a bigger part of what we're doing, then let me know that as well. So I'm putting in the 10 Million for World Peace website where you can go, and there, when you go on the website, there's some links on there. There's some buttons you can push that say join us or donate, because it does take money to make this happen. We have to pay for certain organizational expenses. The website is not cheap. So there is expense involved in bringing in peace. So when you go to the website, you can read all about the mission. You can read about myself and Marbeth and how this all got started, the backstory of 10 Million for World Peace. You can read about some of the people that are instrumental in helping us to really spread this out far and wide. And you can see who's sponsoring us. We're looking for sponsors. You can sponsor a meditation. We're going to be doing 21 of them in September. If you'd like to sponsor one of those meditations, then that means that we highlight you and we talk about you, and we share your information and your logo or your website, whatever it may be. Or if you know somebody who would be willing to sponsor, then please share that with us and with them so that they can also say their yes. Julie Kiss, I see you. And yes, Charlie Coons, saying their yes to world peace. Yes, to having that passion inside to want to bring it forward in a big way. And I hope that everyone hearing this will share this. Share it with somebody. Let others know that it takes a village. It takes all of us to make this happen. We can't do it with just one person or two people or four people. We really do need to collaborate. We really do need to have those that are willing to share the message. When we put up a post on Facebook or YouTube or Instagram or wherever it may be, TikTok, wherever it's at, share it. And let's really get this going viral, you guys. Let's get this out to more of the masses so that it's not just something we talk about, but it's something that's a reality, that we have people all over the world, 10 million of us, wanting to make change. Auntie Jean says, yes, I think you are doing just what needs to be done. Every person who starts visualizing peace raises the frequency of our planet. They need to know that there are others who are changing the balance to love in the world, and the earth will shift. That's what it takes. It takes love. And love really is all there is. When we think about it, we are made of love. We come from pure, unconditional love. And we spend our life in this human body looking for that connection to love. Everything that we do, all those experiences that we have, they're leading us to more of an understanding of what pure love is. Not the kind of love that is conditional. I'll love you if. We can find that all day long, right? We can find those who want something from us. But what about those who just are seeking love, pure love? Love that says, I love you no matter what. I'm standing right beside of you no matter what. Without judgment, without an agenda, without saying, what do I get out of it? But just loving. And when we can do that as a collective consciousness, when we can focus more on what love is and how we can bring it forward more in our world, then wow, we are going to have world peace. We are. And this is the key. And this is what I'm talking about, the education part of bringing in peace and sharing with others the importance of checking your energy. Check your energy. Ask every day, am I holding on to guilt? Am I holding on to regret, to anger, to anything other than love? Am I letting all of that vibrational stuff that is not love guide what I'm doing? Am I letting it ooze out of me and into the collective soup of the energy of the planet? We can do that check-in every day. It's so important to go into your heart and to really see where you're at. You know, we look at the gas gauge on the car before we drive it. We make sure it has oil and all the other stuff that it needs to go down the highway. But what about us? What about us? When's the last time that you did a checkup on you, a checkup on your energy? Do I have enough fuel inside of me that's really burning with that passion of love and peace? Or am I depleting my energy and draining myself with things that aren't raising the vibration and that aren't for my best and highest good? Anytime that we're wallowing in that energy of conflict and um, contentiousness, anger, holding on to grudges, holding on to things that it's just so unimportant. It may seem important at the time. Maybe somebody hurt you really bad, and I get that. I understand that from the human aspect. This is huge for us. When we have conflicts with others, when we have the the hurt and the disappointment and the unmet needs and unmet expectations, that is huge. But what are we doing about it? How are we handling it? Yes, let yourself feel the anger. Let yourself feel the frustration. And maybe if there was shame or blame or guilt or whatever it was, feel it. Get it out. Throw the temper tantrum. Okay? Do that. Acknowledge the emotions. But don't live there. Don't stay there. Because in doing so, you become toxic and you're placing toxic energy out into the frequency of our planet. And we have enough toxicity going on without putting any more into it. We can make that needle shift. We can shift it toward more positive energy. We can shift it toward forgiveness and love and hope and, yes, joy. The more joy we can bring in, the more laughter, the more hugs, the more cohesion that we can find with each other. This is how we do it, you guys. This is how we bring in peace on earth. It's so simple, yet sometimes we make it so difficult, don't we? We really want to hold on to things that we think, oh, I can't let that go. That person hurt me really bad. I can't let that go. I can't forgive them. And this made me mad enough that I want to hold on to it. Well, if it made you mad enough to want to sit in it, then let it motivate you. Let it motivate you to change the world. Because there's always going to be somebody that doesn't disagree with you. There's always going to be those who want to just stir the pot and keep drama and trauma happening. But we're the ones that are making the difference. We're the ones that are counterbalancing all of that energy. When we put out a positive thought and a positive deed, we're counterbalancing 750,000 low vibrational thoughts and deeds. So think about that. Think about the impact you're making when you start shifting toward the positive thoughts and the love energy. And that's where I want us to go. I want to see this world a place where we can just walk down the street and smile at each other. And our friend Marietta says that a smile means that spirit is magnifying incredible, loving energy. And the more we do that, the more loving energy is going into our world. So put that smile on your face. Smile at each other. Smile at strangers. Smile at the person who's checking you out at the grocery store or at the restaurant, wherever you may be. Just show some warmth, show some love, and let's get this peace on earth to be a reality. I love you all so much. Thank you for joining in with me today. And I will be talking to Ellen and seeing when we can set a new date. And as I said, if I have to, we'll go ahead and record it. That way I know that she's going to be presented to you and you can feel her beautiful energy. I love you. I bless you. Stay in your hearts. That's where the love is. That's where the peace is. So spread the love. That's right, Julie. Julie, kiss. I love you so much. So at the end of every one of my shows, I just want to share out some gratitude and love. Thank you. I love you. Those are healing words. And I pray that you're sharing those words with each other, that you're letting others know that you are grateful, even if it's somebody that you don't talk to much or ever. You can still send a message of gratitude and love, and it will make a difference. I love you. I will see you next week. Namaste, y'all. Bye, everyone.